Game Radio, shoutcast, music shows, lemon party.
What?
Alright, welcome back, gamers. You're watching another Net Game Radio podcast. My name is Triumph Man, and I'm just doing a little bit of late night broadcasting here, just cleaning up some requests we had. We've got 4GONDOR versus Carnage. This is in fact a Cybergamer Open quarterfinals match. It's the first of a best of three. And if you're watching in 360p, I'll just call out the players on each team. Playing for 4GONDOR on the Legion side, we have what the fuck is Oh My God Barbecue, which I think we'll just call him Barbecue tonight. We've got Fu, Darkness, JJ, and Kid rounding up the lineup on orange there. And playing for Carnage is KBXX, Gromzy, Elzaros, Ollie, and D. Now, I don't think I've seen Carnage in action before. I'm fairly sure I haven't casted them before, but I do know a few of these guys. I recognise them. Elzaros used to play with Team Kiwi, if anybody remembered. I think he was with Nullfireblade, the third Kiwi team. But Ollie and D I recognise from the Requiem team, although I don't think they're playing together anymore. They're more just a social clan, but they did play together for a bit in a few competitions. But some very, very quick bans coming out here, as I'm just going to scroll up so I can get them all. Soulstealer being banned first, then Bubbles being banned, then Swiftblade, then the Chipper, Thunderbringer being banned next by KBXX, Malikan getting banned. That's a bit of an interesting ban there. Hellbringer being banned, and Valkyrie being banned. So, some of these bans fairly regular. Often see Bubbles and Thunderbringer banned, sometimes even the Chipper. Soulstealer also fairly commonly banned, and Swiftblade. Valkyrie we see picked a few times, not banned so much. Not really a ban-worthy hero per se, but she's still definitely a decent hero. Malikan also quite a nasty hero, although doesn't see a lot of light in the competition scene. Although some people argue that he should be in there. You know, he's just one of those unseen gems. Like you could argue that Puppet Master sort of falls into that category. It's a bit of a flavour of the month at the moment, being seen more and more often as the ranged carry in a tri-lane. Of course, throwing in a ranged carry into your tri-lane opens up a whole lot of opportunities. Means you don't need to pack in two ranged supports there, which opens you up to having a melee hero, and the melee heroes generally have much stronger stuns, especially at early levels. But again, the picks coming out here, just looks like Slither was picked up first. Just checking, it was indeed Slither being picked up first for Team Carnage as the first pick. Then Barbecue picking Wretched Hag, and Fu selecting Magmus. So if they're going to bring Magmus, it looks like we're going to see this whole range carry in a Trine situation. That is assuming that 4GONDOR will run a Trine. I'm fairly sure, I've seen 4GONDOR play before, I'm fairly sure that they ran a Trine last time. Now Carnage is a bit more of an interesting scenario. They look like they're fairly skilled players, but I haven't seen them in action, so I'm not dead sure if they do have the experience to run a Trine, although at the moment it looks like they could well be doing it, because they do have Puppet and Myrmidon, both of which would fit well into a Trine scenario. Also, Slither could fit in there, or they could run him as a solo, so Slither definitely a versatile pick there. We're just waiting for 4GONDOR to pick up their third and fourth hero. It looks like we've got a right-click pick on Kid, looking at playing Vindicator for his team. Not too sure that they need Vindicator at this point, although he's a bit of a situational counter pick. Not a hero that you really like. He's powerful, he's old, he's really good, but unfortunately, other than that, he doesn't have a whole lot he can offer during a fight. If you want to play him as a sort of a semi-carry role, really needs to soak up a lot of farm. Definitely can't really help out in the ganking situation, as we saw in the grand final between Endzone and Vindicator. We saw Endzone in their third match pick up Vindicator and place him in. Although Vindicator did very well in his lane, played quite strongly. Unfortunately, Roger Dodger was unable to really contribute to anywhere else on the map in the early game phase, and wasn't really able to set up any ganks for his teams. But we do get Vindicator chosen by Darkness, as well as Corrupted Disciple. So I'm not really sure if Vindicator was the right choice right now to pick up, but definitely could have been. They could have picked up worse heroes. So we'll see how they roll with that. Now waiting for Carnage to select the next heroes. At the moment, they could have their trial sorted out, or maybe not, because it looks like Behemoth. Behemoth definitely would be quite a solid pick if they can get him in there, and he would fit well into that trial. And if they can get Behemoth and Myrmidon, we have seen Behemoth and Myrmidon working quite nicely in trials before, really being able to set up some quite nasty blocks and traps with their Wheatfield and Vision. So it looks like we will be seeing a Behemoth, Myrmidon, Puppet Master Trine. Just waiting on D now to select a hero. At the moment, Wretched Hag, Magmus, Corrupted Disciple, and Vindicator. And this is a bit of an odd. I'm not sure how they're going to run. So they could run Wretched Hag as a solo versus the Trine and throw Vindicator him in. If they are planning to, he really won't fit well into a Trine though, because he doesn't have that all-important stun / really powerful slow to add to a Trine. If you're in a Trine, you really need to have some sort of heavy disable, some sort of really good useful AoE disable at your command, or just some really good stun at your command to set up ganks. Which is why Vindicator, even if he is played in the support role, doesn't fit well into a tri-lane scenario. But Torture are rounding up the picks here. Now, just looking at this lineup here, we could see Myrmidon, Puppet Master, and Behemoth tri-lane. That would be fairly regular. And if they could send Slither, they could send that. I'm not sure if they're planning to send this aggressive tri-lane, although they do have the stronger hard carry. Because at the moment, I'm quite confident that Puppet Master farmed up can take down Corrupted Disciple. But if they do decide to go tri-lane versus tri-lane, Slither is quite an excellent candidate to go on a solo lane. He is very, very difficult to handle in a solo situation. Torturer could hold his own in mid. I'm just hoping that they're not planning to run him as a tri-lane support. I really don't like seeing that happen. It's not a particularly effective way to play Torturer, in my opinion. He has two skills that require him to be up close and personal, be in the thick of things, the impalement and his ult. So if you have him as an underfarm support, he doesn't get the farm necessary to tank up, and it really just means if he tries to walk in there and use those two skills, he will get destroyed. So it really limits his effectiveness only having two skills at your command if you can't get him farmed up. He'll just have to rely on Agonizing Bonds and Chain Reaction. But on the Legion side, this is definitely a bit of a controversial lineup. They have an Ophelia. Now, the last time I saw Ophelia played in the Cybergamer ladders was as a solo mid Ophelia trying to max out a Codex level 5, and that did not go well. In fact, they even random that Ophelia. That was a really quite sad game to watch. I'm not sure what that player was thinking. But this time it looks like, I'm fairly sure she's jungling. She's leveled up command first, so maybe she's hoping to jungle and just do a little bit of gank. But this is a really weird lineup. I'm not sure what they're doing. This Vindicator rolling up bottom. Looks like they're planning to play a carry Vindicator in a dual lane. I'm really interested to see how this works out for them, because I do not see, this is not a particularly powerful lane, and they will have trouble if they do go as a dual lane versus this Tron. This Tron has a whole lot of damage they can throw. Magnus, of course, will be able to get away just a little bit. You know, as long as he's got mana up for his stun, he can get the hell out of dodge. But unfortunately, Vindicator is going to get wrecked if he gets caught out, even if he doesn't get caught out of position. Really, Behemoth has such a long and powerful range to set up stuns with, and then he can just be followed up on by Myrmidon and Puppet Master. So looks like Slither is going to go in a solo now. He's going to go solo. It looks like they were decided they want to run this aggressive trial. Of course, when you're Hellborn, if you run this aggressive trial, there is one major advantage. It's a lot easier to gank the mid guy. It's very difficult to gank mid from the Hellborn just coming down through here, because he always gets spotted up coming over this damn cliff here. It's very difficult to get in behind that mid player unless he's pushed up way too far, and you get, or if unless of course you get a decent rune. But coming up through the jungle from the through the Legion jungle, much more effective. But it looks like Ophelia is going to start this game neutrally. She has swapped over a ward here, so she's just going to spot up for her team. But really, this Vindicator is going to have all sorts of hell, and even Magnus, once he runs out of his stun mana for his stun, because he only has a couple of pots on him. And even then, you know, Puppet Master can pin him down for a couple of seconds or so, and can really set up that chain disable, because those guys, Myrmidon and Behemoth, very dangerous looking. But of course, it looks like Hag is going to be taking on Slither. Might be a bit of a rough going for Hag. She doesn't have the range advantage, but Slither really can put out that annoying harassment. Puppet Master just whacking away there, and it will be Torturer versus Corrupted Summoner. We'll be interested to see how this one goes down. Corrupted Disciple, of course, quite difficult to take on in a solo with Conduit, where he can steal a lot of mana, but of course Torturer is very nuke-reliant, so he doesn't really mind so much if he steals his damage. As long as he doesn't take too much in return, he can probably handle and dish out the nuke, especially if he can run people down with Empowerment, although of course Corrupted, if he does decide to go with Purge instead, his defensive Purge, although I don't think he will, but if he does, he will be quite difficult to run down, just with that extra speed there, especially with his early boots. I'm interested to see how this Slither versus Hag goes. Just looking at Hag, picking up levels and flashing that, but it looks like Ophelia is getting ready to pull, possibly. No, it looks like she's getting ready to gank. She's picked up a Skeleton King, and she's coming into the lane now, although Behemoth blocking off, maybe that's not a good block. Blocking himself on the wrong side. Myrmidon unable to help, misses his weave. This is quite unfortunate for him. He has trapped himself on the wrong side, and he just stopped dead there for a second. Not sure what he was thinking, but he's going to go down. Barbecue taking out the first kill there. They do manage to clean up Vindicator there as well, but it looks like Puppet Master is going to get taken out as well, just getting harassed by the Skeleton King and cleaned up, with Magnus now taking cover with his Steam Bath, and Myrmidon the only man from that trial managing to sneak away. So definitely that gank backfiring quite badly. Myrmidon not landing Weavefield there, and Behemoth trapping himself on the wrong side of the vision. So definitely, they had the right idea, just the execution was lacking. Corrupt Disciple has picked up an invisibility room, and he's leveling. Yes, he's leveling Conduit. So that's a fairly standard build for a solo Corrupted Disciple, and it looks like he's winning fairly handily, especially with Nice. He's quite far ahead. KVXX is only level 3. I'm just trying to check the creep. KVX is 8-1, while Corrupted is 16 to 7. So Corrupted definitely taking control of that lane, which is to be expected. He does have the better attack animation, although Corrupted can get a little bit harassed a little bit by Torturer, but of course, look, there we go, just start spamming the Agonizing Bonds. Torturer has opted to go with 2 levels in Bonds, 1 level in Stun, and 1 level in Empowerment. Not dead sure about that build. I guess maybe he's hoping to knock off pots with the Agonizing Bonds, although then again, he's leveling that up. Not dead sure about that. Really, that stun, because the stun time scales, you really do need to level that up early as well now. When Torturer first got buffed, it was a static stun time, which meant you could use it as a 1-point wonder. However, these days, you really can't afford to do that. As Ophelia copies fire, and there we go. See the flying V formation. They're getting hit by that fissure stun, and then getting hit by the weed field. But it looks like Magnus in for the rescue here, getting a good lava surge off. And it looks like Behemoth is going to go down here. He's getting hit pretty badly, though. A nice puppet show from Puppet Master, turning Vindicator around and forcing him to attack his ally. Though Vindicator now standing on top of D getting cleaned up by a lava surge, and Myrmidon getting cleaned up there. So unfortunate for him, not managing to take out Ophelia. In the end, she did get away there. I guess Puppet Master didn't get in on the action quite quick enough, although good puppet show for him, saving his ally, and he has gone for a 1-1 moment build. That is a fairly standard one each disable, and of course Whiplash is quite helpful for CSing and getting that early harassment is also quite painful, especially against you. If you're up against something fairly squishy and with no armor like Magnus, it also can be quite irritating here. But of course, it looks like Vindicator is opting to go with Sage's Law now. It's a little bit controversial. Of course, Puppet Master might have a little bit of trouble with that, and especially Behemoth. Behemoth hasn't managed to pick up his level in in Rage yet, so he can't knock that off with any great ease. And of course, he can't really afford to be spamming fishes at nothing. Myrmidon also, I don't know if this is working with their favour because the Trilanders are under-leveled, but most people I see, they do opt to completely eschew. They just go, screw Sage's Law, we're just going to go for the Aura, just to try and shut down people, stop them from comboing us, and just get his Orb, just to stack up that auto attack damage, as well as help him farm. But then again, of course, I'm not sure, this might be working to his favour, but then again, of course, we don't often see dual lanes in competition level games. Even the CGO, the better teams, you will see them running tri-lanes usually. So this is definitely, I cannot stress how unusual this is. We don't normally see this kind of action. Of course, the last time we saw Ophelia, it was a Codex solo mid. Really weird, but it looks like Gromsy has tossed down. Oh, that is unfortunate for Ophelia. That was spotting her up. The fissure trapping, a good trap there from Gromsy, and she is going to go down here, getting cleaned up. Although Sage's Law getting dropped on the heroes again. Looks like Behemoth is going to lose all the map, and he hasn't picked up a level in Enrage yet. That would have been quite useful against Vindicator, just to knock off that Sage's Law, because it really is playing all sorts of hell with his mana pool. And of course, Behemoth has mana problems, without someone like Vindicator trying to screw him over. Just looking at this mid lane again, Fu playing Corrupted Disciples on 27-11, while Torturer has caught up quite nicely on 25-3. Still behind on the denies a bit, but is getting catching up on the creep kills, although it looks like he took the option. It looks like he's been spamming quite a bit because he sent Torturer back to base, and Torturer is in a little bit of trouble here, getting hit by that chain reaction, getting hit by the Empowerment, but he has popped Corrupted Condor, and he does get clean. Oh, they kill each other. Now, that is not something we see very often. So, nice, although KVXX, Torturer coming out on the top there, just barely getting that kill and sneaking that kill in, although they both died and basically one up tip for tap as far as gold goes. KVXX comes ahead in terms of experience, of course, something quite important, especially at the early levels of the game. You definitely want to get ahead, reach that level 6 if possible, although both are level 6 at the moment. Although KVX6, of course, just leveled up then, I believe. Hit level 7. He has opted for 4 in Agonizing Bonds, 2 in Empowerment, and 1 in Chain. I'm not dead sure if I agree with that build. I don't know. I honestly think if he'd leveled up Chain Reaction more and, had more than the 1.25 second stun, if he had the full stun there, because he did land his stun, I'm fairly sure. If he, managed to do that properly, he would have walked away with a fairly easy kill there, because they did just kill each other in the end. So Fu barely sneaking away that barely managed to save face with that kill there, but just go to the top lane now. Hag versus Slither. Slither. Elzaros playing Slither 20-6, while Hag is on 15-1, so Elzaros definitely having the advantage here. Of course, Slither, not to take anything away from Hag, because of course Slither is a very difficult customer when it comes to a 1v1 lane. Very, very difficult to deal with. Even the best players will have trouble trying to take on a solo Slither. Especially Hag, while she can survive relatively easily, although dots, of course, high-powered dots do give her all sorts of hell, or give a blinker all sorts of hell, because just naturally, even if you blink away, you can be taking an absolute crap ton of damage. But of course, even for her, it is quite a difficult custom to deal with, so I think that's a fairly predictable lane. Maybe she might want to start ganking fairly soon. She has hit level 6, so she could down bottom, because she could do a lot of damage to this Pup Master, this Myrmidon, and Behemoth. They are still fairly underleveled. Not a whole lot of health between them, you know. Behemoth under 700 HP, Myrmidon 660 HP. She comes down here, she could really ruin their day. Now, Vindicator sitting on level 4, so he is not having the best of days either. Puppet Master is on 32-14, so he's getting away as far as creep score goes, and Vindicator is on 5-4, so he's not doing very well at all. Neither is Magnus on 4-2. As I just heard a stun come out there. I don't think that managed to hit. Oh, Hag has come bottom, and there we go. That's what I was talking about. The nukes just destroying those two Tri-laners. They had no HP. This is the kind of thing you need to watch out for. But Torturer getting cleaned up there, and the Empowerment still chopping away at Magnus's health though. And now Puppet Master trying to sneak away, getting cleaned up by Lava Surge, and he's going to go down, losing that intelligence as wow. JJ picks up a Unicorn Stampede, the quad kill there. That's my sound pack mode. Awesome sound pack calling out that Unicorn Stampede. But Slither did TP bottom, although just a little bit too late. They're not able to help out his teammates, and we see KVX's Illusion trying to fight away. And we do have a port coming back. The Myrmidon has managed to re-arrive at bottom. Behemoth, however, having to plug away, just chug away there by himself on his foot. Back in the mid lane though, Fu is sitting on 41-18, so he is getting away from KVXX again, sitting on 32-3. Also, unfortunately, KVXX getting cleaned up in the bottom lane. Definitely a good TP there from Hag. That's what I was talking about. This is why high AoE burster heroes like Hag are feared by Tri-laners. Like, this is the kind of reason why we see Thunderbringer banned so much, is because basically he comes bottom and then he just wrecks shit. He comes down and says, hey, you're underleveled, you've got no HP, I'm going to kill you. You're breakfast. And he cleans them up, and especially when they've got AoE like Hags, they really just completely ruin days. Make people hate life. But if we see Hag continually come bottom like this, she can really do some damage. Just every time she comes, gets her ult and says, hey guys, I'm going down, there's lunch, there's a free lunch at bottom, I'm going to go and eat it. I'm just going to go and collect that free lunch, thanks so much. Of course, at the same time, we do have this really weird trial situation, dual lane situation, and Ophelia still hasn't managed to hit level 6 yet. Don't know if she's been stacking diligently enough. She's a little bit behind. Of course, she did get ganked. And Vindicator just, I guess they've figured out, because they keep coming in here trying to gank Ophelia, figured out that there was a ward there, so he has done a bit of counter warding. It's a good idea. Puppetmaster's ducking in a little juke spot there, looking for a kill, but KVXX has been spotted up here. Ophelia knows he's there. She is going to go on him. Will we see the stun? Ophelia stuns with the Minotaur. Are we going to see the grapple from the King? Magnus Lava Surging. I don't think the King grappled there. But Magnus cleaning up that kill, the kid coming in for the save there. And unfortunately, KVXX charging up through I think they probably should have seen that coming. If you've got your trial in bottom, that's, oh well, I suppose then again, of course, they were expecting Ward's top because they didn't really have a trial in bottom. So, it is an unexpected deal for him, I guess. Getting cleaned up there, so he really not going too well from Fissure coming out, the defensive Fissure, just trying to drive off those heroes. The King trapping Slither, the Magnus Lava Surging in, and Hag, there we go, there's that ult again, just destroying the Hellborn team. They are not having a good day, and Slither getting chopped down there as well, just by the combined auto attacks of several heroes. Ophelia also getting denied, good play, and Magnus getting denied, very good play from 4GONDOR there, very good awareness there, just cleaning up their teammates, saying, okay, you know, Slither's going to get the kill, but we're not going to let him get the gold. Nor the experience, well, there was nobody there to clean up the experience, but of course, so they're getting no gold for his trouble, so he was probably quite pissed by that. But definitely good awareness by 4GONDOR, even though they're not playing this Trine, they're playing this really weird dual lane jungle situation that we've never really ever seen a competitive scene anymore. At least they are showing some very good situational awareness. They have spotted up this double damage here. It looks like they're motioning for someone to go and fetch it. Corrupted, no bottle. Vindicator, no bottle. No, probably wouldn't have a bottle. But rough start to say. There we go. Hag's got the bottle. Hag gonna bottle that DD. But, look, see, every time she comes on it, she can wreck faces. Just that ult is completely ruining the trial in this day. They really do. See, the kind of thing that Hag's doing, this could be prevented by a lane ward, which Carnage haven't done. This kind of a ward down here, this area, it would spot TPs coming in to wreck their face. So definitely it's something they want to think about for next game. But at the moment, looks like they didn't manage to spot Hag taking that ward there. I think Gromsy may have only just chucked... Oh, sorry. Take that rune. It looks like Gromsy may have only just chucked down that ward. So they're just doing a bit of pulling by the moment. I guess he's not feeling too safe about pushing that far up, especially the rough start that they're having at the moment. Just looking at CS, Hag is behind on 22-2, so that is sitting on 40-10. So he was... Elzaros was winning his lane. Unfortunately, he did come bottom and get wrecked just by the combined auto attacks from several enemy heroes. It looks like Carnage need to step up their game here if they're going to be able to stay in it. Of course, they are running this trial lane, but it's not been too effective. And of course, something they could do that they haven't been doing is ganking mid. I mean, Puppet Master had that bottom lane under control for a bit. You know, they could have afforded to send either Myrmidon or Behemoth to roam the mid, set up a kill. And it's something that definitely didn't happen, considering Torture was having a bit of a rough time against that corrupted disciple. The Weakfield coming, the Fish is stunning, but the Weakfield missing there. Magnus lava surging, and he is trying to use Sting Buff under the tower, though not the best of ideas. Myrmidon getting cleaned up. Wow, Hag just ulted in there, destroyed that team once again. Behemoth now ulting, trying to save some base for his team, but really not going to help him out there. They do get destroyed. Magnus getting cleaned up there. Not really sure if he thought about that too well. Steam Bath under the tower, not really doing a whole lot for him there. But it looks like they are going to use this Ophelia and this double damage rune to push a second tower, and they are going to be able to push this tower out if they just keep up this pressure on the nukes. Yes, there we go, clean up the creep wave. They are going to, and we do see a whole ton of pinging, not sure what the pinging is for. They do clean up two towers, so that was a very good fight for them. I'm fairly sure they genocided there. Well, they caused a whole, yes they did. They did manage to cause a genocide there, and they got two towers, and in the same push, that was definitely a good turn of events for 4GONDOR. Not looking good. Not really looking good for Carnage right now. They are 8,400 experience behind and 12,000 gold behind at the 14-minute mark, nearly 15-minute mark. That is not good news. Definitely not good news indeed. But I'm gonna give this one to Hag. She's really doing some hard work, doing some heavy lifting for her team here. Barbecue is, oh, sorry, not Barbecue. JJ is just lining up these ults and just lining up these nukes, and it's really just causing a whole ton of hell. See Behemoth just doing a bit more warding for his team. They good work for him. Was of course quite important. Of course, they do need this lane ward. It would be quite important. And now Magnus is back. Magnus coming up here, just do a bit of farming. I think it was Slither backing off there. Just hiding for a bit. Looks like he is going to have to retreat. There is too much firepower down in this bottom lane for him to handle. And I'm just looking at Slither's build. What has he opted for? He has opted for toxicity and poison spray. Of course, wards not being anywhere near as useful as they once were after getting nerfed. Not dead sure if you needed to max out poison spray first, but definitely toxicity can cause a whole hell load of damage when you're in a solo just getting harassed by this guy. KVXX just, he was checking for a rune again. Ooh, Courier's coming out. What's he delivering? He just delivered a Frostburn there, possibly. Sorry, not a Frostburn, an Icebrand. Just the strength component of the Frostburn. Now, looks like we are going to see another clash here. This is, Hag has got her ult up. Yes, she does, so this is going to be pretty rough for the Legion. For the Helmet, it looks like they need to stack on some HP and some magic defense, because Hag is just ruining their day right now. Behemoth throwing out a stun. That Wheatfield catching nothing but the King there, the Skeleton King, and they're going to lose. Hag popping that scream and just hitting creep. Ophelia just using that Astrolabe, and Hag popping a regeneration rune. Looks like the Hellborn team don't have a whole lot of... Magnus has picked up his Podkey. Vindicator ulting. Magnus now trying to ult here. Hag ulting as well. The Fisher coming out as well as the Wheatfield. And it looks like Torture in a fair bit of trouble getting run down here. Has he been spotted up? He has been spotted up by that Corrupted Conduit. And now Ophelia just trying to chop away though. She's losing a bit of HP in the tower. Myrmidon going down as well. Just really... They are not having a good day, Carnage. They are just getting picked apart and destroyed by this combined nuking firepower. And definitely a good stun there from Magnus just to set up that fight. A little bit interested, he had the Porky, a little bit interested why he didn't sneak up into the trees here and go for a nuke from, just go for an ult from behind. That would have been really good if he'd done that. But they opted just to go for that straight up stun. In the end, worked out for them. They really could have landed a really devastating off. In the end, it worked out for them. They kept all 5 up and just destroyed the team, the HoN team. But they are going to take an early Kong here by the looks of it. HoN, not a whole lot they can do, although they know they're there. They've got the ward spotting up, and it looks like they are. They don't really have the firepower to drop him at the moment. They can take him a little bit. They're Vindicator doing a lot of damage. If these guys get down here quickly, they will be able to drive this off. You won't see them coming in. They haven't put up a ward behind them. The spot ward here on this ledge would have done really good work for them to spot up, but it looks like they're just going to leave the king there to spot what's going on. Hellborn are just coming out to check this action out. Nothing happened there though. They have seen the Legion team back off. They have seen 4GONDOR just get the hell out of there because they weren't going to be able to finish that Kong. He is down to about 3,000 HP, although there's not a whole lot they can do to finish him though. Just looking at Puppet Master's GPM, it really would have gone to hell right now. He was having a really good early game, and unfortunately he's down on now 190 GPM. That is not good news. You do not want your carry to be under the 200 mark, let alone under the 300 mark really, and it's not going all too well for him. He's sitting on 69, but he has died 5 times, so really not having a good day. In fact, all the Hellborn team have died 5 times for 1 kill, except for Slither, who's died 3 times for no kills, although he does have an assist there. It's really not Carnage's day at the moment. They are just getting picked apart by this hag. Really need to stack on some HP, get some magic armor. Some magic armor for Torturer would go really far. Just this hag ult and her scream is what's tearing this team apart. They need to pick up some magic armor. None of them, I don't think any of them have picked up some magic armor. In fact, the Legion team, very magic damage reliant. In fact, you know, Hag got Magnus, you've got Corrupted's Nuke, which early game can cause a whole lot of pain. Aphelia's Nuke is now magic damage, so really, just, magic armor would have really helped there, you know, and especially when they got really 2 really hard hitters, 2 massive magical damage hard hitters like Magnus and Wretched Hag. I was hearing a bit of fighting going on here. It looks like Hag is going on top of Torturer here. He has also been spotted up by Magnus. They're just going to let Magnus, although going pretty low to that empowerment. Torturer, unfortunately, just getting caught out there, getting chased in those trees and taken out. This ward here, just doing all sorts of good work for spotting up just really nice aggressive wards here. 4GONDOR is placing some really nice aggressive wards. Looks like they're having another shot at Congo, or just Aphelia's just going to try and solo it, I think. Just picked up some tougher creek this time, I think. Now the Courier. D's Courier just doing a bit of scouting, just checking out what's what. Magnus still a little bit low, they just don't want to get caught out in the fight. They are going to see them coming though. They do have that ward up. They aren't coming right now though. They're just going to let this happen. They're just going to let them take on. There's a whole lot they can do. Hag's ult is back up. She does have that level 2 ult. And I should mention that really the Legion, the Hellborn team are quite badly under leveled. You know, their highest level is level 11, and that's their solo. You know, you've got level 5 Myrmidon. He's got 680 HP. Hag's ult, level 2 ult is going to tear him apart. It's really not looking good for the Hellborn at the moment. Looks like they're going to try and mount this mid push. They do have the 500 back up. Magnus has his ult. He's got his blink. Magnus, oh, Fissure stun, catching Magnus out. Magnus blinking in there, trying to get off his own stun, but getting hit by the Fissure before he can get Hag missing that ult. Bad ult from Hag. And Magnus also not a good ult either there. The barrier ult coming out though to protect him, and it looks like Behemoth has been taken out. Just got taken out there. They are just going to lose that Minotaur. But, oh, Aphelia's Nature's Blessing come out. And now Corrupt Cyber, a little bit of trouble here, although nice play from Ophelia, nice micro with the Skeleton King, catching that Torturer there, pinning him down for his team to get, for the rest of the Legion team to take down, and it looks like Corrupt Cyber had to use that token there, but not to matter, it was worth it. They are going to take this tower here, they're probably going to be able to take this race. They've got 2 players, 20 seconds plus out, looks like the concede vote is coming up between these 2 teams, and Carnage are going to throw in the tower and move on to the second match. So definitely some very odd play here from 4GONDOR, but it worked out for me. So always good to see some different plays, different strategies coming out. Not something I would have really suggested, but you know, worked for them. So what the hell? Good to see something different. Anyway, my name's Trifman. You've been watching another Net Game Radio Honcast. We will be back shortly with the second game. If the second game isn't ready, just rendered and up, just you know, chug around the channel, check out some of the other games, check out the Danger Monkey if you haven't seen that already. But anyway, my name is Trifman, and I'll be signing out until I can get that second match up.